Good morning, beautiful people. Please excuse my voice. I have the scratchies going on. And it's no wonder with all of the intense energies. But happy Venus going direct day and new beginnings week. I'm really feeling like things are really moving forward. And I'm excited about all of the changes that are going to be coming in. And I've been receiving downloads for a few days, and just, with the busy holiday week and weekend and everything, I haven't had a chance to put this out there yet. But I've had a lot of information coming in just regarding my own union. And since we're all connected, this would be information for your union as well. What is crucial, of course, that we've all known about this whole journey is that it is a spiritual journey. And in the pursuit of this love of a lifetime, which it's about that. It's about reuniting and living in bliss with your other half of your soul, and it's about that relationship. But never losing sight that it is a spiritual journey and a spiritual bond and a spiritual relationship between you. It is ultimately the death of your ego and the birth of your soul. Spiritual journey. And so everything along the journey that you will come across, and every lesson that is being taught to you, and everything that you've had to let go, is essentially the undoing of the ego. The ego equals fear, the ego equals illusion, and the ego equals separation. So it's the undoing of all of those things in order to come into union. And anything that you have fear about, anything that you are doubting, any illusions that you still have regarding any belief system that you have encountered in your lifetime, any illusion about what's happening here on earth, all of those things have to go. And also your perception of the separation. It is an ongoing thing that we see. Being part of a large twin flame community and having a large Facebook group, and of course being on YouTube and reading all of your comments, I have a lot of interaction with twin souls. And so I get to see the comments that are made, and I get to see the struggles that everyone is still having. And a lot of those do prompt these recordings, because it's not just usually one who's struggling with an issue. It's usually several that are struggling with the same issue. And one of the things that I want to talk about is, which me and Jen had a conversation about this, and she also put out a video about the running and chasing. And really what I'm feeling is, there's already information out there about some of these subjects that I will present. There's already information about that. Like, it's not unknown that it's the death of the ego and that you can't perceive separation. However, at this time, I'm feeling as if things need reiterated, or people need to be brought back to the basics, because we all know that there's been false teachings out there, and there's still people out there that continue to go against the grain of what this actually is about. Okay. And first I want to touch on one of the subjects of self-worth, and where you should let go of your twin because of self-worth, because they are putting you through the ringer. They won't come to you. They won't accept you. They won't behave. Basically, they're not doing what it is that you think that they should be doing, and you're hurt because of that. So then you think that this is an attack on your self-worth, and if you stick up for yourself by pushing your twin away and saying, I'm not going to put up with this any longer, I'm moving on, I'm going to start dating, I'm going to start having sex with other people because I have needs. Now, I'm not talking about clearly if there is a situation where you're being abused, okay, then you need to really consider whether you yourself are a true twin or you're in a true twin dynamic, because your own soul cannot hurt you, and that's what your twin is. So I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about the situations where you are stuck in the old relationship paradigm of codependency, and you need your twin to fulfill your needs, and they're not doing this and they're not doing that. And first of all, so there's a lot of that going out there, and there's a lot of people talking about it's time for you to move on and move past your twin and all of that. What I think that they're saying is that moving past your twin and letting go of your twin, that is for the people that are clearly in a non-true twin dynamic, and for those people that are actually being mistreated by their twin. Absolutely 100% do what's best for you. But I'm talking to the class of people where you just don't have any contact with your twin, or they continue to ignore you, or you are in some limited contact, but they just will absolutely not acknowledge you as their twin. Or they're just not meeting your needs, or you're just tired of the separation. To those people, I would say you're creating this running and chasing dynamic because you're forcing union. Separation was put in place between the twins for a reason along the journey. And it was set up, of course, by yourself and your twin before you even came here. And it's essential, it's crucial to the journey, because you have to come to the place where you fully know. You have to be in your knowing about everything. There can be no fear, there can be no illusions, there can be no doubts, there can be no anxieties regarding your twin or your union. And that includes knowing when they're not contacting you that they are being led and guided by the universe, that they are still doing work, regardless of what it looks like on the physical realm. And I say it, and I'm a broken record, and when I respond to emails and someone presents a problem within their twin flame journey, it is always about what's happening in the physical. Well, he posted a picture with a female. That is what's going on in the physical. You cannot see what's going on behind the scenes. You have to let go of what's going on in the physical. You have to let go of it. It doesn't matter what's going on. And if you're looking hard enough, you're going to see some progressions within the physical. It's getting you to the point where you are untriggerable. You can't be triggered by what's going on. When you get to that point, the only time that you would be able to have continual communication in the 3D with your twin, outside of union, or being able to view their life, is when you are untriggerable. When you can look at them and their life and what's going on and are not triggered. That is the only time. If you are triggered, then there's a lot of stuff that you still need to work on, and you need to release your twin to do what they need to do, and trust that they're doing what they need to do in separation. That doesn't mean you let go of them and you go get with someone else. That's not what I'm talking about. Because on one hand, you're holding your twin's hand, and on the other hand, your hand is open, and you're just allowing what lessons they still need to learn, what their soul is still teaching them, and that they are coming to the place of their own knowing, like you came to your own knowing. That's what it is. It's about surrender and letting go. You don't let go of them and get with someone else. You still have to be committed and focused on your union, because that's what you came here to do. And that's what will happen. It just depends on how long you want to take. So that's what surrendering and letting go of your twin is. It's not about making them pay because they're not meeting your needs. That's still the old feminine template. That's still the old relationship paradigm. It's still ego. It's still fear and illusion. Union will happen when you are, I'm going to get a drink. Thank you. My goodness. Okay. Union can happen when you have let go of all the fear and illusion that it is going to happen. Because fear will tell you, this is not my twin flame. I'm not a twin flame. We will never be together. My twin can't love me. My twin won't love me. My twin won't accept me. This is not really happening. Those are those egoic, fear-based thoughts that your mind will throw out there to you. To protect you, of course, but to induce fear that you will then back away and believe that. And that causes you then to doubt. Okay, the opposite of fear is love. Love's always the answer. And you perceiving and knowing that your twin loves you and that you are love. And you are a powerful being. And you came here with a mission. And you came here to come into union with your twin. That is your knowing. Okay? So love says, this is my twin. I know this. I know the experience I had. I know what I felt. I feel the love. I know the love. I know my twin loves me. I know that they will accept me. This is real. This is your knowing. And I've been hearing a lot about manifesting. And I've been telling myself, this is it. This is time. It's ready to manifest. Because I had felt the masculine, and I had put this video out. I felt the masculine, or maybe I made a post about it. but I felt the masculine come in and like light a fire under me. That was that masculine get things done energy. And I was like, whoa, okay. So it just totally motivated me. And so I've been constantly feeling the merging from there of the masculine coming in and showing me and helping me to manifest. And the only way to manifest, and we've heard this, and this is, of course, going back to the law of attraction, which is still real. It's still a universal law. And that is believing. In order to manifest a large sum of money, you have to believe that it's there. You have to believe that it's right there and it's for you. And feel. You believe it so much that you feel what it is like to have it. Same thing applies with your union. You must know. You must believe. You must trust. And when you truly do, your soul will know. And since your twin is the other half of your soul, they will know. And this is sending them a sign that you're ready. This is you stepping from behind the curtain and stepping into your true soul's essence and into your power. Your knowing. One thing that this journey does is it strips you naked. Everything has to go. It leaves no stone unturned, and everything in your life that you thought was true, and I've said it before, turns out not to be true. And everything you've been told is a lie. Everything that you thought about yourself is a lie. Everything. It's not the truth. The truth is that you are love. The truth is you're a powerful being. The truth is that you're here for a mission. And you have to know all of these things. You have to accept all of these things. And when you're stripped naked, that is the freedom of this journey. That's you being authentic. It brings you back to the true you. This is the process of death to your ego in order to birth your soul. Releasing all fears and all illusions about who you are, and who you thought you were going to be. And embracing the truth and knowing. Knowing. And I've said it before, and I said in a video, which I will share that video within this. Like at the end of this, you can put a link to a video. So I'll put a link to that video, and it was back in September, or was it August? I think it was September. It was either September or October of 2016. I had received a vision of and a download, and it still rings true. That in order on how to get into union was that the feminine had to step from behind the curtain in order for the masculine to see you. Because at this point, that's the struggle, is that they can't see us. Why doesn't he see this? Why can't he see the union? Why can't he see he's a twin flame? Why can't he see that I'm the one? Because you have not stepped from behind the curtain. And it is about you fully being in your knowing. Nothing can waver you. Nothing can change your mind, regardless of what's going on. You know who your twin is and that you're coming into union. You know your mission. You're about it. Okay? When you fully step forward into these things, stepping off the edge of the cliff because you know that it's there. That's the great faith that it takes. That's the great knowing. So when you've embraced what you actually came here to do, and you step into that, and you say, okay, I'm a powerful being, and this is what I came here to do. And I know my twin is coming when they're ready, and you are about what you came here to do, that's you fully stepping into your power. And that is how you get into union. So, through the course of these recordings that I've been making, and some of the backtracking I've been doing about what the journey is, and what we have to do to come into union, I'm feeling like I'm backtracking a little bit, but I feel like it needs repeating because it hasn't changed. And everybody knows I love Miss Patty, Patricia McNeely. We call her Miss Patty. And she's been saying it from the beginning. Okay? She has not wavered at all in her teachings. And she's been doing this a very, very long time. And she also is a rod and staff union. But she's been saying it from the beginning, don't let go of your twin. Don't let go of your twin. So then this new concept comes in because it's getting close and people are really getting scared and they're not seeing anything manifest, but they're not doing anything about it, as if it's just going to magically happen. Nothing's just going to magically happen for you, because you are here to do something and you have to be about it. You have to step into your power, step from behind the curtain, and step into what that is. It's not just going to magically happen. But these new ideas come up and people put these videos out, and they have a lot of subscribers, and they're talking about, it's time for you to move on, it's time for you to let go of your twin, it's time for you to do this. No. It's time for you to move on and move into what you need to be doing, but you don't let go of your twin. You don't go start dating somebody else and having sex with somebody else and going on dates with somebody else. Because then there's that energy within your field that will have to be cleared out. You don't let go. So, I would encourage you all to really listen to some of Miss Patty's videos. She hasn't wavered on what she said, and she's been saying that from the beginning. And it was reiterated to me at this time. And how important her work is, and how important she's been saying this whole entire time. It's about the love. And she's always encouraging you that don't let go of your twin. You know who your twin is. Trust yourself. The love is there. You came here to come together. It's about you coming into union. She's been encouraging that all along and encouraging us not to let go. So, when someone comes out with a video and, and they're telling you what you need to be doing for your self-worth and things like that, now knowing that there are different dynamics out there, and knowing that there are people who are within this community who are not true twins, and some of their dynamics, and they are linked up with someone who is not their twin, and those relationships are abusive. Of course, it is a given, regardless of who the person is, to not accept any abuse. I mean, that's kind of a given. But that's really not a true twin flame dynamic. The abuse is not. And so, for that sake, I would say, of course, embrace the love for yourself. But you have to decipher the difference between what they're truly doing to you, or what you're perceiving that they're doing to you, because of a need. Okay? If they're ignoring you, that doesn't mean that they are being mean to you. Doesn't mean they're rejecting you, but that means that you have to heal that. You have to heal that because someone has rejected you in the past. And it could have been your twin in the very beginning. They rejected you. And the reason that they did that was because there needed to be the separation. Because forcing union and coming together too soon creates damage to your union, period. The short time that I was interacting with my twin and the triggering that I was getting and just the acting out that I was doing has, I think, prolonged my union. I think that it has my separation. I mean, I feel like it's pushed it even further out because we were swimmingly moving along. But the triggering needed to happen, and everything happens for a reason, and there are no mistakes. So I don't, I'm not going back on any of that happening. I'm just saying that if you're forcing your union and you are triggering each other, it's causing damage because it doesn't need to happen. And that's why separation is always the best within the union. And you have to go about your business, and you have to go and step in your power, and they have to step in their power. That means that when you come together after the separation and everything has been healed and you both know and you're ready, that's when it's beautiful. That's when it's blissful. That's how it was intended to happen. So I was saying all that about the self-worth. So I encourage you to really listen to the ones that have, like Patricia McNeely, who's been saying it from the beginning, and her information is still out there and still valuable, and all of her webinars are still available, and she still refers to them because it's still the same. There's really nothing that has changed within it. It's still the same. You still have to do the work and heal. You still have to get your lessons and the unfinished business cleared out of the way in separation in order for you to come together in harmonious union. And I feel like coming together in the very beginning and getting triggered so that they can mirror to you what's going on with you, because they will. Basically what they're doing is they're triggering you and holding up a mirror and letting you know. And if they do still trigger you, they're holding the mirror up to you and they're showing you what's broken and what needs to be healed. That's essentially what they're doing. That's what your twin does for you. So you're still getting triggered. You still think that they're not choosing you. You still think that they're rejecting you. That means that you have to heal from whatever rejections in your past. You still have a fear of that rejection. You still are not healed from that. And you cannot come into union with any of that. All of it has to be released. So, with my videos, with Jen's videos, with the webinars that we're coming out with, where we're kind of reiterating what the truth of the journey is and what it is that still needs to be done, which it hasn't wavered. We've kind of gotten off track, and there's a lot of different teachings out there, where people are saying, I don't believe in the running, chasing dynamic. Well, it's real, and it happens, but it's just because you're forcing union. because then you cause them to run away from you, because there's this polarization that's happening, because your soul already knows that you should be separated. You set up the separation. It knows that that's what is best for the union, to get the work done in a timely fashion, in a healthier atmosphere. And then there was people saying, oh, I don't believe that my twins sleep. And, they may not be asleep to spirituality, but they're asleep to you because they can't see you still. They still don't see you. They still don't see what you are. They still are not taking you seriously. And that is because you have not stepped into who you truly are. So when you release everything and come into your knowing and you believe, they can see you and you can manifest it. That's how you send the signal to them that you're ready, is when you truly know and that you are completely okay. You've released all codependency. You have no needs. You're not projecting any needs on them whatsoever. I need to talk to him. I need for him to call me. I need to see him. No, and no. You do not. You're about your business. You're secure. You know. You believe and you trust. That's manifesting your union. So, some more awareness. Awareness is knowledge. When you can see and hear this knowledge and accept what I'm saying and recognize it, and then allow and surrender. AAA. Awareness, acceptance, and allowance. Is how, is what I'm trying to base all of these teachings on. And so there's just a little bit of what I'm feeling about, I could have named the several videos and the people that are doing it. I don't need to do that. You guys know the videos that are out there that are encouraging you to do something. And, and they are encouraging some of us, but I'm here to talk to the people that are true twins, that are having a true twin flame experience and are focused on their union. These people that may still be struggling within it, and I'm talking to the others too that are struggling, because I want them to know. But you have to assess where your specific journey is and the dynamics within it. And if it is abusive, assess it. And go from there. As far as if it is abusive, you've got to figure out whether, it is a true twin flame dynamic, or this is your true twin. You have to assess what that is. And of course, don't ever accept abuse. But like I've said several times already, you have to see if it's just you and what you think and what you perceive is happening. And because you have needs, because you can't have any needs. There are no needs. You don't need anything. You're complete and whole within yourself. And that's stepping into your power. That's stepping from behind the curtain. So, if you are struggling with needs and you can't see past what's going on, you're on a loop, and you're looping around this old paradigm. Okay, and so we have tools to help you, just like Patty says all the time too. I have tools to help you to make it better. And there's so many people that really, I don't know how many people get her webinars and the tools that she provides within them, because maybe, you weren't at a place to see them. And, I felt the same thing about my videos and the webinars and the meditations that I have, that me and Jen have been doing. The people aren't seeing it. And its value. So, I've said that before in another video, but it really is about you releasing that old paradigm. And we have the teaching and the tools out there for that. If you feel yourself doing that, if you just don't know what's going on within your dynamic, I would book a reading or a session so you can find out what's going on with you. I can pick up on the old feminine template that's looping and playing out in a split second. I can tune in to your energies and give you guidance and tell you exactly what's going on. But if that is what is happening to you, where you are saying, I need, or this, that, and the other, that's the old relationship paradigm. That's not where we're headed. That's not where Twin Flame Union is. Twin Flame Union is divine love. And it is the exact opposite of everything you've ever known in a relationship. This is not a run-of-the-mill relationship. This is a divine partnership, and we are ushering in divine love. And anything outside of that is not the truth and has to be released. And I'm here, and Jen is here, and Miss Patty's here, and some of the other ones are here to bring this awareness to you and show you and help you. And you just have to connect to it instead of being on this constant loop. And I think a lot of people think, well, if I just do this, we'll come into union. If I control the situation, then, or if I'm good, or if I don't trigger him, we're going to come into union. And that's what it's about. No, it's about the spiritual journey. It's about you releasing everything. It's about your ego dying. That's what it's about. And if you force union, then you force the running, the chasing, you force the triggering, you force the bad dynamics that play out because you're not ready. So if you want to take that route and you want to go the hard way, go for it. I've seen some twins come together and there's been some pretty awful dynamics play out between them. And the only thing that they've done is prolonged their healing and prolonged the harmonious union. And they've had some pretty bad dynamics playing out. Excuse me. You can do it the best way, which is what your soul knows, and that is to be separate and come into your knowing. Allow your twin to be separate and come into their knowing. That's the best way. If you're struggling in these areas and have some dynamics playing out, that's where the rod and staff unions, the ones that have stepped out in clear leadership, that's where our tools and the information that we provide are helpful. So if you need assistance, please reach out. There are several videos that you can listen to on mine and Jen's page where we are giving you valuable information. I really encourage everyone to go back and listen to Patricia McNeely, who continues to say, do not let go of your twin. That's valuable information, and it's truth. Surrendering and letting go of the outcome is not the same as letting go of your twin. It's different. So once again, I leave all of my information below, and I will share the link to the video of the vision that I had about the feminine stepping from behind the curtain. I'll share that video as well. And thank you so much for being here and listening. Thank you for heeding guidance and listening and putting up with my voice today. Have a very blessed week. I may do a card reading this week. I haven't done one in a while, just to tap into these new energies that are coming in. So I may do that. And have a blessed week. I love you very much, and I leave my information below. Namaste.